Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Yakadash here. Welcome back to Dust, A Tale of the Wired West. Now, unfortunately, I have to start this off with some bad news. I already did some 2 hours of recording past this point, and I realized after looking at the footage that I had my microphone not equipped on OBS. So, yeah. I deleted all that footage. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So yeah, my reactions to probably the entirety of this episode are all gonna be things that I've already seen before, at least mostly. Now I will say, since I had to go back, I had to backtrack and like go to an old save file and move up. There were a few things that there were a few things, or at least one thing, yeah, a couple of things that I ran into that I didn't before, which is that apparently when you're trying to get the ring back for Jackie, it's not always that you give it, or that Una gives it to Sophie, because instead, last time I gave it, or she gave it to Isao instead, which then, you may recall, last episode, I was, doing this sort of memory music, this memory game with Isao. And so then, if you're wanting to get the ring back from him, then that's how you get it back. You have to do the memory game with him. So that's what the point of that was. In the event that he has the ring. And then another thing, which I'll have to remember to include this last episode. So, you'll see me looking like this in that clip. But, there's this random encounter with a character that I've never met before, whose name I don't know. Just this one gal in the graveyard, who, at around the time when Jackie's hiding near there, because Laurel is, trying to kill him, basically. And I noticed from the avatar, like the CGI avatar, that it was it didn't really look like anybody I'd seen before. I thought perhaps it was Ms. McIntosh because of the color of her outfit, but it didn't quite look right, so... But all she said was saying, oh, help, the Chinese guy is really great if you're stuck. And that was it, and she disappeared. And I don't even know her name. It's so weird. Maybe that was Maisie. But I don't know, because Maisie is a character we've heard but not seen before, so anyway. Hey, Una.
Say, Johnny, giving Jackalope that ring was right decent of you. It got me thinking, maybe you'd like this. Vandy gave it to me. He was out here last summer attending to them poor Indians. Seeing how you was so smart and all, I figured it might just could help you.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Una.
No problem. What all's happening?
Keeping peace. What about you?
Me and that old dry stick, the mayor's wife, had a few words.
You wanted to
You
fight.
should have been there. Her eyes got big as pie tins and her face redder than Levon Dead Nettle's union suit.
Now will you tell me the story about the
Huh,
kid?
Johnny, you on pins and needles, ain't you? I'll tell you tonight. I promise.
Bye,
Bye,
Erna.
Johnny.
So, yeah, red as union outfit. So, like, apparently, like, back when, like, before the color of the uniform was more, like, regulated to be all blue for union. From what I understand, there were many different colors for the union uniforms, one of which was red, so, but it just reminded me of this quote from this exchange from the movie Gods and Generals. These two Confederate troops are, like, talking to each other, like, blue, white, green, gray, or blue, green, gray, white, even red uniforms. How are we supposed to know who the enemy is? And the other person goes, "You dang fool! Just shoot at the man who's shooting at you." Always love that quote.
Sheriff, any interest in a game of chance?
Certainly.
You know, Sheriff, you look just like my wife's cousin, Hack Tankersley. Had himself a ranch near Asbestos. Turned out to be a gall-darn firebug. Burnt down half the town. Y'all ain't related by any chance.
Nope.
Shoot, you're a dead ringer for...
Damn it, Zeb. Shut your trap now. Let's play.
Well, you sure did look like him anyhow.
Afternoon, Sheriff. Looks like this is gonna be my lucky day.
That's the only exchange I've ever had with Zeb.
Ante up.
Ooh, 2 pair.
Let's see, gentlemen. $10.
Oh, runt. I'll see your bet.
I'll meet that bet.
What is your bet?
I'll raise.
Raise. By how much? Dealer sees the bet.
I'll match anything you have.
I'll see you on that there bet.
Click on the card you'd like to discard, then press continue.
Dang it.
$10.
I'll see your bet.
I'm busted.
What is your bet? Raise. By how much?
Maybe I can bluff him.
Dealer sees the bet.
I seize your bet.
Ah. Oh well.
I win. Thank you for a well-played hand.
Certainly.
Let's begin. Well played, Sheriff. You look like you have some questions for me.
Here you
Why,
got
sure.
friends in Colorado.
I have friends in many places.
How about some from Oro City?
You refer to my injustice. Well, the murder was self-defense. The miner said I cheated and pulled a knife. The facilitator performed well. My assailant took a bullet through the heart. I left town immediately.
Why?
Why? Sheriff, can you imagine a black man getting a fair trial on the frontier? So as you may or may not know,
It's got a point.
bounty hunters are on their way to Diamondback. You must help me, Sheriff.
Bounty hunters. So that bit of dialogue, like me finding out about Mez, like that's his nickname, Mez, because Herodotus Mesame, or whatever. That bit of dialogue, I don't know where I would have gotten that information about, like, because I don't remember anybody talking about that. So, whoop. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the first time I would have heard that. Anyway, let's find a nice quiet place. Oh yeah, we did that little apothecary session, which I think I'd mentioned. Yeah, I think I'd mentioned last time. I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing what I love to do best in Minecraft. Being the brewer guy and stuff. And I like doing that sort of thing in real life. That is like, mixing drinks and, coming up with concoctions and stuff, which is part of why I've fancied the idea of being like a barista or a bartender, even though, like, I don't know what it is about baristas, but for some reason, the people who become baristas tend to be like woke snowflakes and stuff. Like, I don't understand. But anyway, time to give this here a read. So unfortunately, this won't be the first time I've read all of this, but strap yourselves in, boys, because this is going to be, I think if I recall correctly, this took me like 40 or so minutes to read. Anyway, Unicosmogony, being a brief ethnography, it's a great word, of a New Mexican Pueblo tribe. Dr. Frederick Vanderplaars. Which, yeah, this was great. I was like, when I saw this, like the previous read, because this is the name of the doctor or the professor that Willy von Haderlitz is going to study on, was going to study under in New Mexico. And of course, Willy von Haderlitz, he's like the young German fellow in the Titanic game. So that there's another reference to this game. Which, and to study the Uni Indians, and it's just great because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, and it just makes me all the more glad that I, was, that I was watching the librarian's, playthrough of the Titanic game recently, so, anyway. Curator of North American Archaeology and Ethnology, Metropolitan Museum of Man, New York. Occasional Papers in Anthropology, number 7, 1881. Gratitudes. My work, with its endless questions, could not have been completed without the assistance of Father Mercado, a priest who has tended to the uni for many years, and rancher Nate Trotter. He is sober and honest, when he's sober, rare qualities in his hometown. Others that must be thanked include those who supported this research financially, the Metropolitan Museum of Man, the Indian Board, and the firm of Clark and Rothwell, New York. The support of Dr. Simon Louis Torundo of the University at Veracruz. Diego Bolivar of Diamondback was unfailingly generous with supplies, while Brigadier General Hezekiah Hoopland, Adjutant General of the United States Army, aided me at Fort Rutherford. Lastly, I must extend my gratitude to a dear lady, Miss Una Canute, whose keen knowledge of man and men did so much to inspire science. I remain her most ardent admirer. Introduction. This past year, I enjoyed the good fortune of spending some months in the New Mexico Territory among the Uni, a tribe of Pueblo-dwelling agriculturists who inhabited a cluster of pueblos perched atop an isolated mesa near the present-day settlement of Diamondback. The tribe's origins are a mystery and their future looks bleak. Currently, they reside at Fort Rutherford, awaiting relocation to lands in the Arizona territories. From a population of nearly 2,000 4 decades ago, the Uni currently number no more than 125 souls. Yeesh. Now, how has this come to pass? The Uni believe they are being punished by their Kachinas, their spirit ancestors, who are angered by the loss of five objects central to Uni spiritual life. These items, a turquoise sunstone, an obsidian knife, a flute, a death mask, and a silver thunderbird, were crucial links to the Uni gods. Which, I had put together in my mind, the turquoise sunstone, that's the that is the that's the brooch that Bradison has put in the bank. And then the obsidian knife, I had put together that was the knife. That was the knife that you see my character pin or like stab the kid's hand with. A flute, which that was the flute that Nate Trotter is playing. And then a death mask, the one I have, and then a silver thunderbird were crucial links to the Uni gods. Though a trained scientist would scoff at supernatural vengeance, the extreme of fate befalling this tribe seems to me, a man of science, to be more than just bad luck. In spite of their hardships, the Uni remain a gracious race. Reports of their sour temperament are due to a suspicion of outsiders, a natural result of violent experience with the Spaniards several centuries ago. When I first visited them in the summer of 1878, the Uni treated me as family. Indeed, after introductions by Father Mercado and Mr. Trotter, the Uni grew enthusiastic about my plan to record their customs, understanding that my efforts to preserve their unique knowledge would be shared with humanity. Upon gaining their confidence, the only serious barrier was that of language. Pronunciation of the Uni tongue is difficult. Moreover, Uni is not related to any of the Rio Grande Puebloan languages, nor is it related to the languages spoken by the tribes Apache and Navajo neighbors, Which, this up here, it had reminded me of, like, the Cherokee, who, like, ended up becoming, like, a really peaceful tribe, or whatever, if I recall correctly. But then, like, you have the Navajo, who are, like, on the exact opposite. Like, they're, like, war hawks, basically, or warlords. And so, and I knew somebody who was, like, part Cherokee and Navajo, so just, like, both ends of the spectrum. That was funny. Though Mr. Trotter could understand Uni, he had great difficulty speaking it. The greatest impediment was not his, but the Indians, who could not keep from laughing at his struggles to speak their vernacular. Luckily, some of the Uni knew Spanish, and my long-dormant facility for the Iberian tongue awoke from hibernation in dealing with Jeff, Spanish for chief, the political leader of the tribe, the elderly gentleman and Sonoma. His accomplished youngest daughter, who taught at Father Mercado's mission school, invited me to share their rooms at the Pueblo shortly after my arrival in Diamondback on the greatest Southwest stagecoach. Having endured a week of sleepless agony at the aptly named Cactus Bed Hotel, I welcomed Jeff's invitation. I lived in his adobe from that point on, observing all aspects of Uni ways, now impoverished by afflictions of disease and a lingering drought that tormented the region. One may imagine my surprise in discovering that the history of this proud race was much less ignoble than the contemporary facts indicated. A brief history of the Uni. According to Uni, a tradition, the tribe built its first kiva, a circular holy sanctuary, often entered through a hole in the ceiling, on top of Uni Mesa more than 1,000 years ago. By 1627, when the first Spaniards arrived in the Rio Gordo Valley, the Uni capital held more than 30 kivas, plus 200 dwellings, and a population of 5,000 people. Since the tribe has no written history, and with all records from Santa Marta previous to 1680 destroyed in the bloody uprisings of that Annus Horribilis, I proceed here with some conjecture illuminated in small ways by the research so kindly provided by my colleague, Dr. Torundo of the University of Veracruz. It seemed that the Spanish first heard of the Uni in 1626. Knight Alvaro Pereda de Malga and a small army of mercenaries had marched into Texas searching for El Dorado, the mythical city of gold. Their quest led them up the Rio Gordo. At first the Uni welcomed their newcomers, and when hearing of their quest for a glittering metal, they showed them rich deposits of silver. Using their enormous advantages of horse, steel, and firearms, Pereda de Melga and his cutthroats soon became conquerors. With the blessing of Saranto, the Uni chief, the Spanish enslaved the tribe, forcing them to dig a mine they would come to call Devil's Breath for the sulphurous air that rose from deep within. So the Uni chief was like, yeah, okay, yeah, enslave us, it's fine. For the Uni, life was now one of unending toil. In 1654, it was decided by Mexico City to send priests to establish the small mission of Santa Marta. The trappings and rituals of Catholicism intrigued the Indians, and they fashioned many marvelous silver ornaments to grace the mission buildings. Their craftsmanship must have been superb, for word of Santa Marta's finery reached the capital, being mentioned in 1651 in a journal now at the Veracruz University Library. By 1665, the silver deposits were exhausted, and the mine was abandoned. The Spaniards merely transferred the Uni from mining to agricultural work. In 1680, as rumors of an Indian revolt spread across New Mexico, the nervous colonists gathered the beautiful silver work in Santa Marta and hid it in the unused mine, slaying the Indian bearers to keep the secret safe. Yeesh. The Uni, under a new and vengeful chieftain, exacted their own bloody retribution, slaughtering every Spaniard and burning the mission and its records. All facts in there. Uni legend has Saranto entombed within the mine as punishment for his failures. The tribe buried him without a death mask, thereby consigning him to wander Devil's Breath mine for eternity, protecting his people in death the way he had not in life. As for the treasure itself, the Uni shaman or priest constructed a series of cunning obstacles based on the tribe's mythology to ensure that the silver hoard would remain hidden from all but those of Uni blood. Though intriguing, no Uni now alive could give me any hint of such tales' veracity, nor offer any evidence that the treasure exists. And although the original Devil's Breath mine is well known, having been used as recently as 20 years ago by pyrite miners, no trace of a Spanish treasure has ever been uncovered. The more fervent Unis still believe that one day the mine's secrets will be revealed, and the lost treasures of the Devil's Breath will be returned to the descendants of its makers. Following the massacres, there was little further contact with the Spaniards, though Santa Marta was rebuilt, and a few settlers, notably the Bolivar family, built ranches on the Rio Gordo. For all intents, the Uni were left unmolested. Mexican independence in 1821 scarcely affected them. The biggest change came in 1848 or 98. When New Mexico Territory became part of the United States. Unwittingly, the Uni became American subjects in time for Diamondback's pirate boom. For additional background, I refer readers to the work by local historian Andrew Jackson Lunamos entitled Wars, Lizards, and Longhorns. And that was the author of that other history book, which I completely forgot about the last time I was reading this. This contact proved disastrous. Though the Uni made some business trading with the pirate prospectors busy extracting that mineral from the old mine, outbreaks of whooping cough, measles, and most significantly, smallpox devastated the tribe. My arrival in the summer of 1881 was in time to witness a series of events set in motion by one Ahab Snopes, what a name, an agent from the Bureau of Indian Affairs, that culminated in the cavalry's removal of the Uni from their lands this autumn. I mean, with a name like Ahab Snopes, doesn't really sound like he's a man of repute. Also, apparently in Hebrew, the name is pronounced Ahav or whatever. So, like, Ahab is a pretty... It's kind of like, we say Baal when we look at Baal, but no, it's like Baal or something. But anyway, the spark which ignited this reaction came when Snopes violated one of the most important Uni beliefs by ordering the cremation of a number of smallpox victims. Traditionally, when a Uni dies, he is taken to his kiva, or his holy place, where a death mask is placed upon his face. According to the Uni, this sacred mask allows the dead tribesman's kachina, or spirit, to find its way through the underworld to join the other kachinas. Cremation, the Uni believe, destroys the kachina, denying the soul eternal solace. Despite my pleas, Snopes displayed little sensitivity to his client's custom. In the process of burning the remains, the Uni men attempted to stop him. Words and blows were exchanged. Snopes disappeared. An incident, I fear, that was greatly exaggerated in the Eastern press, which reported him roasted alive midst barbaric Indian rites. In fact, and I have this from Mr. Trotter, Snopes is hale and hearty, and living in Virginia City, Nevada. Such facts mattered not a whit. The army removed the Uni to Fort Rutherford, where they remain today. Their only sustenance, the stories and legends, which I shall relate following. Their only sustenance, the stories and legends, which I shall... Okay. I mean, while, I can be sympathetic only to a certain degree, partly because, as a Christian man, but also just, the thing is, you're dealing with disease, so, I can understand the cremation, but, so... Now, how he went about it, that's questionable, to say the least. Dearest Una, our tender nights of passion are burned upon my soul, I guess. Your love, Vandy. XOX. Short for Vanderpaul? Professor Plar. Vanderplar. The Uni alphabet. It was through the efforts of the Uni chief's daughter Sonoma that the tribe's pictograms were first inventoried and translated into English. She had undertaken the task with an eye to creating the Uni's first alphabet when the tribe's relocation shut down the mission school. I have not been in contact with this talented woman since, but the following translations are due to her diligence and not my own. Good. Evil. It kind of seems to be kind of looks like an eyeball. This, maybe an ear? I don't know. Woman, which looks an awful lot like... That looks very much like the Chinese character for the Chinese character for woman, which historically, if I understand correctly, the people who would, be the first in North America were from, it's believed that they're kind of from the Siberia, Yakutsk area or whatever. Man. Is that supposed to be the thing between his legs? Sea. Here. Earth. Moon. Sun. Air. Fire. Water. Water. Earth. Fire. Air. Home. Mesa. Burial mound. Dust. Kachina. Day, which looks like a Death Star. Bird. Horse. No character for night, though. Up north. Down south. Oh, up, north, so it can mean either. Left. Right. Love. Kill. Friend. Enemy. Which kind of look like faces, but turning opposite ways. Large. Small. Open. Close. Voice. Echo. Life. Sky. Winter. Spring. Summer. Fall. Spring and love are kind of similar looking. Mythology and religious belief. The Uni religion is centered upon several important legends and the 5 sacred objects related to them. These stories are handed down orally from generation to generation by the Uni shaman, who calls his pupils to a secret underground kiva built on the site where the Uni emerged from the underworld. So we're going to learn more about the 5 in-game items or something, from what I understand. Grasping the Uni Sunstone, the shaman falls into a trance that transports him back in time to the place of the legend. Since the Uni believe time is cyclical and not linear, their myths are dated not by years, but by season, moon phase, and a time of day. Though no sessions have been called since the object's disappearance, I was lucky enough to transcribe the stories as told to me. A synopsis of the central myths follows. The creation of the Uni. The Uni believed the world began without shape or form and had always been that way. Looking at this nothingness, the All-Being made himself into the sun, condensing the mists about him to form the life-giving waters. Next, he pulled 2 substances from himself. One, a film he stretched over himself, creating the great vault called the sky. The second substance he poured into the waters, where it grew rapidly into the earth. She became the wife of All-Being, now called Sunfather, and Earth Mother embraced each other lovingly, and eventually Earth Mother's 4-chambered womb was impregnated with the seed of mankind. Their children were called Uni, which means children of the sun. The first to emerge from Earth Mother's womb were twin sons. Voice. This is almost the same as, the first 2 deities of Greek mythology, which were Uranus, Uranus, and Gaia. Except Uranus is the sky god, if I recall correctly, and Gaia is Earth, of course. Between the children of the sun. The first to emerge from Earth, Mother's womb, were twin sons. Voice, the elder twin, was linked with sunrise. His name refers to the joyful noise of the sun, noise the sun makes as it bursts over dawn's horizon. The younger son was called Echo and was linked to the sunset. His name refers to the way light lingers and shimmers in the sky as the sun sets. Together, the twins descended underground to fetch their siblings. To gain entrance to this underworld, Earth Mother gave them a stone carved in Sunfather's likeness. Jeez. After leading the uni out of the underworld, the twins gave the new people this key they called the Sunstone. This is a gift from Earth Mother, the twins said to the uni. Never lose it. The Sunstone became the tribe's most sacred possession, as it is the key through which the tribal shamans remember these stories. Voice and the Flute. After many quiet years, the uni experienced a great cataclysm. A huge serpent broke free from the underworld and threw a great cloud of snow in the sky, obscuring the sun and plunging the world into a cold and dark winter. Is this like a reference to the Ice Age or something? Also, it's a serpent. An interesting interpretation or conclusion from reading looking into how Satan in Revelation is both referred to as a serpent and a dragon, is how the root word for both serpent and seraph is the same word. A seraph, of course, being like a very high-ranking angel, and also that's the angel specifically where those annoying videos that I've seen of people being biblically accurate angel, and shows this turning thing full of eyes and wings and stuff, and it's just okay, first of all, even if that was an accurate portrayal, that is specifically a seraph, not a regular angel. Just read Daniel, okay? Just look at how Gabriel, for instance, is described. And Gabriel is he's a messenger angel guy. He's often referred to as an angel of the Lord or something like that. Not the angel of the Lord or something, because whenever that showed, that is an early Christophany. But a seraph, so the root word for both seraph and serpent is the same word. And it may very well be, I think, according to this interpretation and conclusion, when we're looking at Genesis and it refers to the serpent, is it actually talking about a snake? When we translate it into English, is it actually talking about a snake, or is it actually talking about a seraph? In which case, it is the conclusion is that Satan is, or formerly Lucifer, it was specifically a fallen seraph, which, considering that's supposed to be the highest ranking angel, that would make perfect sense. And also considering how the seraphs are have eyes everywhere, and eyes are very closely are used all the time for symbols referring to Satan, such as the all-seeing eye of Lucifer. and whatnot. But then, just the thing, like, the person pointed out, Chris Rosero, that's his name, for Fighting for the Faith YouTube channel. But he mentions, like, okay, so what do you call, like, as far as Wisey, referred to as a dragon, and, like, not only because, like, is he, like, referenced in, or not only is that kind of is that like a nod to, Revelation 12 with the vision of the of Israel / the Bride of Christ, and in human terms, Mary, the Virgin Mary, giving birth to Christ, and then the dragon appearing, being Satan, or in human terms, being Herod at the time. But anyway, I'm sidetracking. But, like, he points out, well, what is a snaky creature or a serpent creature with wings? Because that would be, like, a seraph, same root word as serpent, and it has wings. It's like, what is a snaky creature with wings? What do you call that? A dragon. So it's like, alright. Interesting. But, what I take from that is it may be possible that we don't, we've kind of been misinterpreting that, like, well, no, I think it's clear, like, Satan did disguise himself as a snake, but all the same, like, those, it's all very interesting. It's like, but maybe then again, it was just talking about the seraph, not actually a snake. Anyway, here we go. That was a tangent, but a huge serpent broke free from the underworld, which also, where did the serpent come from? It just manifested. And broke free from the underworld and threw a great cloud of snow in the sky, observing the sun and plunging the world into a cold and dark winter. The force of his exit split the land in two, dividing the twins and their followers into two camps. For many years, the two divisions searched for each other without success. Distraught, Voice sought the help of the Sun Father, who fashioned a flute for his son. Play it, he told him. Voice did. It was morning when he heard his song playing back to him from across the great chasm. All day, the brothers attempted to locate each other by playing their tunes back and forth across the great gulf. By sunrise, their songs merged in harmony, and a bridge appeared across the chasm, reuniting the two tribes. The death of the serpent. And there's that obsidian knife we saw at the beginning. The Uni were reunited, but the serpent still roamed the land. His fiery breath heated the earth, which went from winter to a cruel summer. The crops withered and the people suffered greatly. The monster must be stopped, they cried. Sunfather gave Voice an obsidian knife, which I'm just kind of thinking of like Gray Voice from Metroid. Voice an obsidian knife and ordered him to slay the beast. Alas, the serpent's scales were so thick that no blade could pierce them. Voice prayed to his father for help. Sunfather told his son to attack the serpent at noon, the time his rays shone the brightest. Voice prepared to do so as he was told. When Sunfather's rays were brightest, the serpent looked up and was blinded. Its mighty jaws opened in rage. Voice rushed into the monster's mouth and plunged his blade deep into the beast's craw. Voice managed to defeat the beast, but at the cost of his own life. That's so metal. Voice in the underworld. Voice's death. Also notice how that's like the character for I, kinda, or C. Voice's death greatly saddened his parents. Their sorrow cooled the world, bringing the season from summer to autumn. At midnight, the Uni brought Voice's body to the underworld's entrance so his spirit could find its way back to the grieving Sun Father and Earth Mother. The dead son's Kachina attempted to find its family, but mischievous spirits fashioned traps and false passages in the underworld, causing Voice's spirit to become lost. Earth Mother saw their mischief, so she had Sun Father fashion a mask to give the Uni to place on Voice's face. The mask allowed Voice's spirit to see through the evil spirit's tricks and show him the true path to his resting place. It's like a visor in like the Prime games, the Metroid Prime games. This legend became the basis for the Uni custom of interring a replica of Voice's mask with each corpse. There's the Silver Thunderbird. The legend of the evil sky. Though Voice had vanquished the serpent, the spirit still bedeviled the Uni, and it put a curse upon the sky. The spring followed Voice's death. The spring following Voice's death, the sky turned from azure to black, preventing any rain or sun from reaching the earth. No crops could grow, and the people starved. They prayed for help to Sun Father. Their prayers went unanswered until one morning, when the food stores were near exhaustion. A loud rumbling noise sent everyone running to their rooftops, filled with fear. They watched as a gigantic bird formed from the rocks of a neighboring mesa. Why is that hyphenated? Arose into the heavens towards the ebony sky. Next, the Uni heard a thundering noise as the mesa bird collided with the blackened sky. The fragments fell to earth as rain. They nourished the crops and saved the tribe from starvation. What the? My mouse could only... Why can't it go to the right? What's going on? That's a problem. Hang on a second. Okay, we're back. That was really weird. The fragments fell to the earth as rain. They nourished the crops and saved the tribe from starvation. Epilogue. Though the recent relocations created physical hardship for the Uni, more insidious has been the decline of their spiritual state. Despite their liberation from the Spaniards' slavery, the Uni never seemed to recover their pride. Their myths became empty tales about a people long dead. The 5 objects, no longer sacred, were traded, stolen, or simply lost over the years. The loss of these objects had effectively severed the tribe from the very forces which had nourished its spirit. Given their tribe's continued decline, however, the Uni have once again come to see the objects as keys to their salvation, and the tribe's surviving members hope to find the missing artifacts so they may once again perform the ceremonies that remain at the center of their culture. As someone who has known and cared about the Uni, I can only hope that they recover their spirit and set right a world that has become an unbalanced and chaotic one. Well, there you have it. The name of the bird, the Thunderbird, reminds me of a tale, like I'd heard, it's like this legend of like some Indian tribe or whatever, like of some kind of flying beast whose description sounded an awful lot like a pterosaur of some sort. But it basically, like, it kept, like, stealing their sheep and eating them or something. And, you know, they got fed up and, you know, tried chasing after it. And then, they were chasing it in a storm, and then it got struck by lightning. And they gave it the name Thunderbird. There was another story of, like, cowboys or something, like, shooting down a pterodactyl or something, and, like, they look at it and they're like, nobody's ever gonna believe us. Just another, you know, a story among many of, like, supposedly, you know, not all the dinosaurs are extinct, you know, just like, you know, the Loch Ness Monster and stuff like that. Fascinating stuff, you know. Don't know how accurate, how true they are, but, you know, you never know. Food for thought. Still wondering what the heck that was all about. Also, in my playthrough up to this point, I didn't run into Radisson in the bank for some reason. But I'm wondering if it's because when I just collected this, I didn't just go through all the pages again. No, he's not here. Muy strange. Muy strange indeed. Ho there, buddy.
Can't stop a constituent's in trouble. Afternoon.
Who? Jackie? Because, Battle Axe is after him.
You can go on back, Sheriff. He's asking for you.
Hey, Nate.
Thanks, Sheriff. Thanks for helping me picking up my wits. I don't
Certainly.
know why, but whenever I got to recollecting about my dead wife, all I did was get real blue. I played her flute, made me feel better. I like to think I was with her, wherever she's reposing. But Mesa, she's gone forever. I see that now. Sometimes a death's a hard thing to accept. But I'll always have her now with me. So, Sheriff, I want you to take this here flute.
Thanks, Nate.
I don't need it no more. Now I'm gonna do some thinking where I do it best, on my horse. Goodbye, Sheriff.
Bye, Nate. Is that the first time? Hi. Is that the first time running into Nate since I've been sheriff? I wonder. Anybody home, or is that just inaccurate ambience? I didn't think so, or rather, I thought so. Oh my, yes. Anyway, you don't say.
I wouldn't know what you're talking about. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta wash my hair. How dare you speak to me like that? Just wait. When the kid... You think you're so smart, tricking me like that? Just wait. When the kid rides into Diamondback tomorrow, he'll fix you, but good. You lousy skunk! I'd have forgiven you, but just wait. The kid's gonna shoot you, and I hope he does it right down there on Main Street. So when you're lying on Main Street bleeding, I can look down and laugh. Ha! Goodbye, Sheriff. Enjoy the day. It'll be the last full one you'll ever see.
Yes.
Twilight and the Diamondback's mood grew blacker. An exiled Jackalope Jones pondered the waxing moon. Trouble he knew was on the way. For Una Canute it was already here. Bounty hunters were coming for Mez, a man she much admired. And at the mayor's, they dragged down the trunks from the attic. The kid would be in town tomorrow, so Marie would be leaving tonight after the mayor's deal was done.
All right.
Sheriff, I thought you were the kid here to force his animal lusts upon me. We're packing. Yes, I'm sending Marie away tonight. With outlaws on the way, Diamondback's no place for virtue's blossom.
I'm sure she'll remain unplucked.
In dry rot she will be. Regretfully, her announcement will have to be delayed.
What
Marie
announcement?
and Radisson's engagement. He's having a ring made of pure pyrite.
Any other news?
But I can't talk. I must pack Marie immediately. But you're so sweet, I'll tarry a minute for you. My special confidant. Yes, my chores can't wait.
Nothing new. Night, man.
Good night, Sheriff. I sleep better knowing you're our protector.
Certainly.
Cosimo, where are my calming ring medicines?
Oh, that woman. Oh, hey. What up, girl?
I'm still looking, Sheriff. That horrid monkey a-drinking in there?
Don't
Listen
know.
up. Tell that boy his earthly hours are dwindling to a precious few. Now, go on, get, before I pull this trigger.
Okay, Laurel.
You don't scare Mountain Laurel, girl trapper. My moves is planned as careful as a bare-butted buffalo backed into a cactus corner.
Right you are, madam. Let's see. Where's he at again? Is it over here?
Hey! Hey, Buck! Over here! Yeah, here!
Hey there, bud.
It's your old amigo, Jackalope. I'm roosting with the chickens. Laurel still looking for me?
Yep.
Dang doggies! Laurel, she's a fury all right. Caught me talking with Fat Maisie out yonder. We wasn't spooning. I was just soliciting Maisie's views on where to have the wedding.
Try talking to Laurel?
Oh, Buck, I tried. Tain't easy spinning sugar to your gal whilst you're receiving a backside full of buckshot. Yow, my butt's still smoking.
Ouch. What do you do now?
Help me out, Buck. You're sheriff. Tell her I'm sorry. Tell her I want her to be my wife. You won't regret this, Sheriff. I promise. Hush, Maisie. Dang you, hush. Night, Buck.
In Minnesota's Twin Cities are charged with big roads.
Indeed. Okay, so that actually rules out that random gal I ran into to be Maisie because she wasn't fat, so.
I'm still looking, Sheriff. That horrid monkey a-drinking in there?
I've seen Jackalope. He says he's sorry.
He said he was sorry? He apologized?
Yes, he did.
I don't believe it.
Honest.
Well, Sheriff, I'm a-willing to lay down my arms if he's a-willing to admit he's wronged me.
I bet he'd do that.
I ain't promising anything. But if and he wants, he can come back to me. You tell him that Mountain Laurel Girl Trapper will take him back on a trial basis.
I sure will, Laurel.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good night.
She's, more forgiving than she seems. Ain't she?
Buck, that you? What you want?
Spoke with Laurel, everything's
Buck,
okay.
I don't know how to repay you. I know things is gonna get rough around here, but believe me, Buck, I'll be there for you. I'm slipping this ring on her finger right now. Adios.
Godspeed to you, sir. Hey, help. What's good, Home Slice?
More questions?
Apparently not.
Goodbye, Sheriff.
Hey, Dell.
Sheriff, you're a goner for sure. I just saw Sophie leaving by the back door through the hard drive. And I'll bet she's gonna be seeing the kid and talking about you. Ha! Wait till she finds out the kid's taken up with Agate Eye Annie. Ha! He's gonna give old Sophie the boot.
Probably couldn't stand her singing anymore. See. What can you do with a drunken sailor? What can you do with a drunken sailor?
There's trouble tonight, Sheriff. You can see Mez about it. You look like you need a drink.
Sure.
No problemo. We can deparse the driest throat. What do you want, friend? You asked the right question, friend. I've got a libation that will put stars in your eyes and a zing in your step. The delectable, the frothy, Gus's very own Prairie Oyster Daiquiri.
Or pod for short.
Ha ha! Fire away, friend. I'm all ears.
Anything happening in the bar?
Just that damn fool Zeb Tankersley. He's been playing cards to beat the devil, but now... Ha ha! The devil's got the better hand. He's broke. I'll wager he'll be putting that Indian silver of his on the table soon. There. Anything else I can get you? No thanks. I'm plumb talked out.
Sure about that?
Something for everyone at the hard drive. What do you want, friend?
Have another one of your
You asked
specials.
the right question. Ha ha! Fire away, friend. I'm all ears.
I wanted to ask about the... Yeah, there we go.
Name's Todd Steve.
Todd, there we go.
He travels the byways
Steed.
drumming his song. Sometimes he's accompanied by 3 dark-haired sisters singing harmony. Rumor is they's gypsies. There. Anything else I can get you?
So long.
Adios, friend. It's back to work, or Una will skin my hide.
Good. Fair enough.
Sheriff! We've been celebrating. What'll it be for you?
Is this your day off?
Day off? Public servants don't get such things.
What's new?
But the big news, I'd say, is the kid. You know, he's headed this way. My sources say he's looking for trouble, and trouble there will no doubt be. This old news dog will see you around, Sheriff. Speaking of round, who's buying the next one?
I didn't do the, could I buy you a drink, because all that does is, like, you know, there's the whole, you know, all those questions that I've already heard the answers to. How are you, Isal? That good, huh? Goodbye. Ta-ta.
Hola, Johnny. What's tricks?
Girls seen anything tonight?
The girls. Sophie's just up and gone. I got me 5 ranch hands and a couple of long riders who want dates tonight. And she's gone. That girl's foundations are built great, but no one's at home.
I burst out laughing the first time I heard it. That was hilarious. Anything else?
Worse, I hear bounty hunters rode in today. Colorado men. They's looking for Mez. Say he's wanted up in Oro City for murder. I know Mez. Wouldn't hurt a fly, unless he had to. Johnny, there's gonna be some shooting here tonight.
Now, the kid.
All right. You sure was patient. Well, you know what they say. The measure of a man being the size of his shooter? Well, Johnny, I gotta tell you, the kid, now let me put this
All
delicate
that build up.
The kid, his 45's more like a 22.
All that build up just for the ultimate insult for the kid.
Bye, Johnny.
My gosh. And Sophie's gone, so yeah.
Not right now.
Find yourself another gal, Sheriff.
Yeah, about that.
Sheriff, I understand we've got trouble.
That
I
we do.
refer to those tourists from the Rockies who, I believe, would like very much to meet me. Well, until they show a game.
I'm still wondering where the heck I would have gotten the information about him
Old Zeb's had a
killing
bad night,
somebody.
Sheriff. I'm a losing big. I'm a down to next to nothing.
Damn it, Zeb. Throw that there silver turkey into the pot. Let's play.
Silver turkey.
Shall we begin?
Yep. Got a pair.
I'm a broke, fellers. Guess I'll throw down this here silver turkey.
And there's
I
the...
fold.
There it is.
I must terminate this hand. I fold. Place your bet, please. Raise. By how much?
Scare Zeb.
That's it, fellers. No more poker for me tonight.
That was too easy.
Nicely played. Looks like you're now master of the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Let's begin. Ante up.
I quit.
As sheriff, you must stop the bounty hunters.
It's Metroid Prime Hunters all over again. Hang on. Gotta whip out the gun. This was probably the reaction, like, the most that I wish I had preserved, but alas, because we're actually about to go do some fighting. Am I loaded? I'm not. Which is surprising, having just left the saloon. Oh. Ah, shit. I like the music during this part. Ah, two at the same time. Shoot. Gets very tense. Ah, yes. Ah, shoot. Gotcha. Where? Where you at? Oh, I got killed.
When the bounty hunters left town, we picked up as best we could. We buried the stranger, our sheriff, in Shady Acres. It was a nice coffin, the best we could afford. I think he would have appreciated it.
Well, I don't appreciate being dead. Oh. Give you 5 slugs apiece, why don't I? Oh. I'm the fastest gun in the West. Oh, there you are. Classic. Oh yeah, it auto reloads after that one. Oh. Put that away. Hey, Nate.
Well, slap the dog and spit on the farm. Sure, you's a damn good shot. But in case you wasn't, I was covering you. We owe you a lot, Red and me, and I aim to return the favor. But hang the tear-squeezing explanatories. How can I help you?
The words he says. Give me a new job.
Sorry, amigo. You're the sheriff. And with the kid on his way, Diamondback's gonna have to take a stand. Or die trying.
We need to know when the kid's coming.
Best guess is tomorrow. He's done his advance work well. I heard Sophie's gone to him now. Shit fire! Half the dang town's faintified and panicky. The cowards, they's all left.
Mm-hmm.
No one's here to stop the kid, except us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't have the cigar anymore. Right, because I didn't encounter Radisson, but I could give him a cigar. That all?
I need to sleep. See you tomorrow, Sheriff. About killing time.
Actually, let's do this indoors.
Hello there, friend. What'll it be? Sure, I'll chew the cut a spell. Chet, give him a drink and he'll talk the legs off a chair. A good man. There, anything else I can get you? Bye now.
Hola, Johnny. What's tricks?
What's tricks?
The girls. Sophie's just up and gone.
Thank you, Sheriff, for showing our visitors your hospitality. No doubt you made a lasting impression. I am obliged. Care for a game?
Sure, Mez.
Annie
Sure and sure. Oh, I didn't notice that detail last time. Yeah, so Zeb, he's not... Ooh, 3. He's not holding cards anymore because from this point on, he's not playing. At least, not tonight.
Okay, boys. I bet $5.
I'll see your bet.
I think that guy's name is Todd.
What is your bet? By how much?
I'm out.
Dealer sees the bet. Click on the card you'd like to discard, then press continue.
Heck yeah.
Uh-huh. I'm in for one. Place your bet, please.
Oh, yeah.
Nicely played. Looks like you're now master of the cards. Sweeten the pot, gentlemen. Ante up. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mez. Hey, Jonas.
Oh my!
Oh my, yes.
Mr. Jackalope and Laurel are throwing dishes upstairs. They're back together again. Isn't it great? What can I do for you?
Yeah, he doesn't mean throwing dishes as in screaming at each other.
No,
You know,
none at
trying
the
to kill
moment.
each other.
What's new? They say the kid's coming, and all our guests are leaving. I hope you're not next. I hate Thursdays.
I used to too. They were kind of my unlucky days.
Goodbye!
Oh my, yes.
Ah, Monsieur le Sheriff. A fine night, yes? It creeps in on little rat's feet. Take a peek at the bank. The door, she is loose. A bit of a jiggle, a bit of a juggle, and... Anyone might make the safe crack. And you know, Monsieur Bloodstone and Purvis, may the angels rest his peace. They have in there something of great value. Yes, indeed. Buick, he knows. Bon chance, Monsieur le Sheriff, and happy hinting. Au revoir.
Happy hinting. So... yeah, that's just another one of those things that just makes me, like... just, you know, go back to my theory and perception of Riviera, which is that he's actually the devil himself. And also kind of that line, you know, earlier about Zeb. It's just kind of, even though Riviera wasn't even involved, it's just like, you know, surrounds, like the game is surrounded by the devil and stuff. And like, but just like Riviera, he's like, he always refers to himself as the man of many plans, which is very curious. Purvis. Okay. And also, how does he know? Like, how would he know about this, you know? Now, I have no idea where I would have... I only have one idea where I would have gotten the answer to this, which apparently the answer to this is the birthday of the teller, George Windfall. The only place I can think of where I would have gotten that idea, or that answer, also if I click myself, I do that. The only place I can think of where I would have gotten that is if I had played checkers with Bolivar long enough, and he keeps telling me secrets about Windfall. But at least in the previous like time I was playing this, or previous 2 times I was playing it, or 2 times I was playing through the game ago, you know what I mean. Anyway, just at some point, like after getting a secret from all 3 difficulties, I had somehow broken the checkers game because whenever I would make a move, he wouldn't make a move. So, yeah. Anyway, so his birthday is August 23rd, 1841. 41. There we go. Definitely heard that sound effect in the Titanic game before. And there's the Sunstone brooch. So now we're just missing the knife, the obsidian knife, which I'm guessing like I defeat the kid or something and then I get the knife back, which from my understanding there are 5 days in this game, but this is only the evening of the 3rd day and the kid is coming tomorrow. And then tomorrow, from what I understand, I can take the stagecoach, which I guess I can use to go to Dry Rot, which is, of course, where Marie is going, so... I don't know, you know? See what else game has in store.
You live, Monsieur le Sheriff. Ah, this is good. I, Buick Riviera, weep my happiness.
Shut up, Revere. Leap somewhere else. I never knew you cared.
But Monsieur le Sheriff, I scurry to inform you the kid, a man most feared in Nouvelle Mexico. He comes ici, to Diamondback, tomorrow. We are all in deep merde.
Merde?
Buick Riviera, man of many plans. I finally has one. I leave town. But before I pass like wind from Diamondback, I want to tell you.
Tell me what?
A secret. But she is a very special secret, no? Perhaps a few dollars.
Perhaps a few days in jail. Alright, here's $1.
Exactement, Monsieur le Sheriff. Not long ago, I spy Monsieur Bloodstone and Monsieur le Maire making the talk next door. Maybe you drop the eaves on them, yes? And listen in. Au revoir, Monsieur le Sheriff. I hopes you survive.
I've been dropping no eaves, I promise.
Fine Havana, Radisson. Yes, very good.
I hope I can always provide such tangibles for my future father-in-law.
The announcement in the Rattler yet?
No, sir, not till next Monday, when Marie returns from dry rot.
What's our sheriff doing about the kid?
Who knows? But diversions like this kid business keep him out of our hair.
Our sheriff doesn't know the size of the deposit?
No, sir. The sheriff's dumb as dirt.
As per the agreement we've signed tonight...
Excuse you?
We'll corner the pyrite market. You're sure about that, aren't you, Radisson?
Not to worry, sir. Though you've invested all your personal assets in this deal, I assure you it is a brilliant stroke. You'll be repaid many times over. As for me, well, sir, the luck of meeting your daughter has been payment enough.
Young people. What senseless romantics you are. Marry her fast, Radisson, and don't forget to take the money.
Chat? Not now, I'm afraid. It's getting late.
It's rather late. Okay, Sasha Barbican. Alright then. We'll call it a day then.
On the road to dry rot, Marie watched the moon rise. Radisson would be in the mine tomorrow, she knew. By that point, we were too scared of the kid to notice. The mayor's wife, fortified by a bolt lock and half a case of Dr. Shane bombs, said her prayers. Over at the cactus bed, Jonas Fearwit thought of the sheriff. He wished him luck against the kid. But he was not, by nature, an optimistic man.
Well, appreciate the thoughts, Jonas. Much obliged. Anyway, before we continue, I'm going to be right back, so BRB. Okay, we're back. Had a little bit of a break. Had some pizza and popcorn, and went to the bathroom, and stuff like that. So, it's time to see what this day has in store, huh? Imagine, neither... Like, I imagine Jackie and, Laurel aren't gonna leave, but maybe they will. Oh.
You've overslept! Get going!
Oh.
It's about high noon, and everyone's left town. Oh my, yes. And I'm joining them. The kid is coming. Yes, sir, marching right up Main Street. And I don't want to be here when he does. Me, McGill, and Dolores, we're out of here. Oh my, yes. If you're alive this evening, we'll settle your bill then. Goodbye!
Noted. Street is Main again? This street, okay.
Please, Sheriff. Please. Let me out of here. Let me go. If the kid finds me here, he's gonna gun me down as easy as a roasting turkey. And my stringy innards will be drying against the jail wall. Please, Sheriff. I'm only a victim. A victim of an unhappy home. Please. Let me out of here. Let me go.
Oh, I can't even.
I ain't talking no more talk now. Huh. You is the sorriest sheriff I ever saw.
Boy, talk about changing your tune. Help's gone too. Boy, how it's gone quiet. Everybody really has gone. You know somebody I didn't talk to yesterday? DeVries, that guy. Man. Nobody stayed behind. Except for maybe Nate. Oh, yep, there he is. Oh, and there you are.
Hello, Sheriff. It's about killing time, wouldn't you say? Just one more shot from here, and... Now, don't look like that. A little whiskey steadies the nerves.
Morning, Buck. Thought we could all use a little fortifying before we go gunning for the kid. Heck, we's amigos, Buck, and we've been through a few spots, haven't we? So I thought you could use my help.
I appreciate that. Where's Laurel, though? Issao is gone, too. So quiet in here. Yeah, she's gone. What was that sound of me going through that door? So it is. Oh, it's locked now. Just waiting. Just imagine, what's his name? Quist just shows up out of nowhere. Oh, hey, there's the tumbleweed. Oh.
I got some bad news. Sophie's dead. Found her at dawn. She'd poisoned herself. There was a note. Looks like the kid found another saloon with another girl in it. Broke her spirit, then her heart. They say when he heard about it, he laughed. One cold son of a bitch, the kid is.
Man.
We're gonna lay that madman down, Buck, in the dust, for the worm. They're here, Buck. What are we waiting for, Buck?
Here we go. Gotcha. Where? Oh, I see you. Oh, I see you. Shoot. Literally. Gotcha! Oh, auto reloaded. They remind me of how the bad is dressed in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Hey, Tumble. Just wondering if anything happened if I shot the tumbleweed. Love the jams. Oh man. Wish I thought to do that earlier. I did kind of think or wonder if they did actually explode. Where? There you are. Ah, nuts.
When the bounty hunters left town, we picked up as best we could. We buried the stranger, our sheriff, in Shady Acres. It was a nice coffin, the best we could afford. I think he would have appreciated it.
Thought these were the kids' men. Or I guess they are, but... Save me, tumbleweed! Where? Oh. Gotcha. Oh, what? What? Okay, so it's not actually auto-reloading, is what you're telling me? I'll show them what for, I will. Okay. Where? Oh my gosh, that's 3 of them. That's where I died last time too, I think. Oh, is that 2 of them? I think it was. Or not. Maybe it wasn't. Hit here? Is that all of them? All the bodies are gone. Uh-oh. That must be him.
We meet again, stranger. Looks like you got yourself a job since then. Sheriff. Not bad for an Injun's son.
You used to work in the post office.
Nobody ever called me half-breed.
Right, they called you no breed.
Where your feathers, Injun?
Better than wearing skill long johns like you, Silk.
What the? Well, show some respect when you talk to me. Everyone's afeard of the kid. And all the women, they know who the kid is.
And what he did to Sophie.
Okay, stranger. I'm about to finish what I started.
Well, you start. Let's talk this over. I'm gonna have. Perhaps you should have a drink over. I'm gonna have to shoot you, kid.
Goodbye, stranger.
By the way, here's your knife back.
When the kid left town, we picked up as best we could. We buried the stranger, our sheriff, in Shady Acres. It was a nice coffin, the best we could afford. I think he would have appreciated it.
So, I'm guessing I have to make him scared, because there are some lines where there was one line where he was actually sweating a bit. So I gotta make him scared, and then, and then that'll win me the fight, I guess. Just remembered I have to go through this again. Okay. Once I kill them all, then I'll save immediately afterwards. Quite ominous seeing him approach, eh? Imagine if you got it all right, and imagine you got all of those lines right, and whoops, and your gun wasn't loaded, and that actually made a difference. Okay, so not the hand, because that makes him laugh and more confident.
We meet again, stranger. Looks like you got yourself a job since then. Sheriff. Not bad for an Injun's son.
Guess nothing impresses the son of a librarian. Oh, he didn't like that.
Well, nobody ever called me half-breed.
When you were little, they called you fish head. Oh, no, that wasn't it.
Where your feathers, Injun?
Better than wearing silk long johns.
Well, show some respect when you talk to me. Everyone's afeard of the kid. And all the women, they know who the kid is.
All the women laugh at you behind your back. Nope, that wasn't it.
Okay, stranger. I'm about to finish what I started.
What you start was your own fault? No. That wasn't
Goodbye,
it.
stranger.
When the kid left town, we picked up as best we could. We buried the stranger, our sheriff, in Shady Acres. It was a nice coffin, the best we could afford. I think he would have appreciated it.
Think so? Okay, so son of a librarian, Long John's.
We meet again, stranger. Looks like you got yourself a job since then. Sheriff. Not bad for an Indian's son.
So my father specifically was Indian. Oh, step back.
Well, nobody ever called me half-breed.
That's right. I think the name for you was Buckethead.
How'd you know that?
His hand shaking.
Well, where your feathers, Injun?
Better than wearing silk long johns like you.
What the? Well, show some respect when you talk to me. Everyone's afeard of the kid. And all the women, they know who the kid is.
They all know about you and Una. Oh, no. That wasn't it. Damn it.
Okay, stranger. I'm about to finish what I started.
No.
Goodbye, stranger.
When the kid left town, we picked up as best we could. We buried the stranger, our sheriff, in Shady Acres. It was a nice coffin, the best we could afford. I think he would have appreciated it.
So do I have to get all 5 of those right, or just the first 4, you think? Any day now, kid.
We meet again, stranger. Looks like you got yourself a job since then.
I got like no backup.
Sheriff.
Like they're just
Not
still in the
bad for
saloon.
an Indian's son.
Guess nothing impresses the son of a librarian.
Well, nobody ever called me half-breed.
That's right. I think the name for you was Buckethead.
How'd you know that? Well, where your feathers, Injun?
Better than wearing silk long johns.
What the? Well, show some respect when you talk to me. Everyone's afeard of the kid. And all the women, they know who the kid is.
They know he's hung like a prairie dog. Haven't done that one. Oh, you didn't like that one.
Well, okay, stranger. I'm about to finish what I started.
Did you start? It was your own fault. Oh. I thought maybe it would change depending on
Goodbye,
like
stranger.
what was said before, but I guess not.
When the kid left town, we picked up as best we could.
Okay, so it's just the last one. I don't know what to say. Do you know, like, not shoot? It's just the other options just looked weak or something. So I'm just like, I was just thinking, surely. Nope.
Goodbye, stranger.
By the way, here's your knife back.
When the kid left town, we picked up as best we could. We buried the
I
stranger.
did remember
our
seeing
sheriff,
in a
and
guide
shady
that
others.
you should just avoid the kid.
It was a nice coffin. The best
So
we
I
could
am
afford.
wondering if
I
maybe
think he
there
would have
is actually.
appreciated it.
It's like if you try shooting the kid, it's not going to work. Like no matter what, like it's actually a red herring. I don't know.
What the?
Maybe
Goodbye, stranger.
maybe the shoot line will work this time. I don't know, because I've only got two more I've only got one other choice.
When the kid left town, we picked up. I think he would have appreciated it.
That's what you think.
Goodbye, stranger.
It is.
Goodbye, stranger.
All right, I'm gonna change it up. Oh. I'm stuck out here, huh? In that case...
Goodbye, stranger.
I think he would have appreciated it.
I wish you could skip the epilogue. skip his walking animation. Just gotta sit here and wait. Oh, but you can do that. What if I don't say anything? No. That doesn't do it.
Goodbye, stranger. Goodbye, stranger.
What?
When the kid left town, we picked up as best we could. We buried the stranger, our sheriff, in Shady Acres.
Guide for... The guide for the last thing I'm supposed to say says, your light has gone out, here's a match. That doesn't even show up as one of the options. Hang on a second. Day 4. You must give at least 4 of the 5 responses. Click on your... Oh, I see. Okay, I
We meet again, stranger. Looks like you got yourself a job since then. Sheriff. Not bad for an Injun's son.
guess nothing impresses the son of a librarian.
Well, nobody ever called me half-breed.
That's right, I think the name for you was Buckethead.
How'd you know that? Well, where are your feathers, Injun?
Better than wearing silk-on johns like you.
What the?
Hmm.
Well, show some respect when you talk to me. Everyone's afeard of the kid. And all the women, they know who the kid is.
They know he's hung like a prairie dog.
Well, okay, stranger. I'm about to finish what I started.
What you started was your own fault.
Goodbye, stranger.
Oh, there we go.
In retrieving the knife, the sheriff had reclaimed what was his. Watching from the mission bell tower, Sonoma knew the moment was at hand. What followed would be the biggest challenge yet. Would the sheriff accept it? She hoped so, for her people's fate depended on it.
Okay. Well, I don't think I would have ever figured that out. So, I don't really have that much shame in looking up the answer there, but guess we'll go ahead and call it for this episode, which I reckon will be the pre-finale. So, I'm still wondering why there was a line in the guides that wasn't even there. How strange. Well, anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, God bless, and hope to see you all next time. Ciao.